Hey guys, what up? NedUYGO here. We are going to be doing a tier list. List. We don't do a ton of these, but we're going to start to do more and more leading up to NAWCQ. So yeah, going to be a lot of fun headed in there. Format's kind of in shambles right now. I'm not going to lie, not a ton of fun to play. Three main decks kind of at the top of the list, and I mean it is kind of interactive, but going into detonator boards just suck and Malice plays through either nothing or everything. So I don't know. Let's get into it. But first, don't forget our membership program. Join that if you want to have more talks with me one on one. Help you with your deck profile, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. All right. So first, let's start off with the most basic and obvious, right? The meta decks, the ones that we all know where they are at. So first and foremost, Odeon is going to be most competitive, right? It's going to be your best chance to win. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Please don't click out of the video just because I put that. No, Raizu Mitsu, top of the list. It's been doing the best. Mitsurugi has been so consistent, and the bridge not locking you out of anything with the Mitsu stuff, and being able to just easily bridge into Raizu stuff is so strong. And like, giving your opponent one to two draws through a Fua, and ending on Detonator, which has 3 interruptions by itself, is ridiculous. So, yeah. I know at my color I didn't put it there very well, but let's see. I'm going to change this color because this is actually blinding me. There we go. All right, so yeah, Raizumitsu best deck. I think right up there is for sure Malice. I don't think Malice is just quite as good. It's just quite simply because Malice isn't as consistent. I think Malice has the bricks sometimes, or like the redundant cards in the deck that kind of give it that volatility. But for the most part, Malice is pretty good. It's one of those YCSs. Now, as far as every other deck goes, nothing is up here, right? I think it's either Raizu Mitsu or Malice. Those are easily the two best decks right now. Everything else here, kind of below it. That being said, not to say any of these other decks can't win a YCS. It's just saying it's going to be very difficult. So next best, I'm going to put Memento here. Well, first of all, let's just do Odeon here. Odeon, Phoenix Smith, I'm going to say it's hard to compete, but it's not impossible. Like, there has been tops with this, but it's going to be extremely difficult for someone taking this deck to win. It's my personal favorite, I get it, but I don't think it's going to be the most competitive, nor I don't think it's going to be next best, at least in the near future from what I can see. Memento, though. Memento, dare I say, is in the next best or even most competitive on the lower side. Because of, I didn't just win like the French national or something. I'm pretty sure Memento just won something, but yeah. Memento is crazy. Water's still good. I'm not going to put it here because I think it just outperforms Odeon generally. It can run Impulse. It's powerful, right? Can't say too much about that. Now, Fiendsmith here. Fiendsmith, I'm going to put as like Fiendsmith Cash. I think Fiendsmith Cash is in a spot where it's not impossible to compete, but definitely not ideal. Maybe even next best, right? Maybe even next best because the Cashier stuff can just rip stuff out of the Malice and Ryzeal decks, and then the Fiendsmith catches up to the grinding, right? And then just rely on hand traps. So maybe it's not completely out of the realm to say Fiendsmith Cash is in the next best spot, but definitely something I'm going to be looking into for nationals. Because I understand both engines very well. Speaking of understanding the engine very well, I think Regenesis belongs in here. I don't think Regenesis is up in here quite yet. We haven't seen it really win a large event. We've seen it do well at a lot. It has won. I think I've seen it like put a couple tops in the regionals, and like it's won smaller events, but nothing too big, right? So until it starts winning a regional, then I'll put it up here. But, and actually, now that I think about it, Water has not been doing great at all. Like, I haven't seen Waterless topping, really. I might put it top of hard to compete, but not impossible. Just because, like, Fiendsmith Cash, I've seen some lists sprinkle here and there. So maybe, I don't know. I'm putting that as more of my pick to be like, oh, hey, if you're running this, not a bad option. Eldritch, I would say, don't bring it to the main event. Just not worth it. I mean, it hasn't shown really any promise, and there's no success with it. It's slower. Game's getting faster. So, yeah, a lot of reasons why I think Eldritch should just be left out, unfortunately. Cool deck. Cool deck design. Chimera Fiendsmith. I personally love Chimera Fiendsmith, right? But the fact, like, so Memento triggers a bunch of times, and sure, even if you play this well, maybe it can end up here. But it's a really great combo deck that utilizes Fiendsmith to very good ability, but the drawback is just Impulse, right? The top deck, both top decks actually sometimes are playing Impulse, right? Impulse screws over Chimera Fusion, which is kind of the heart and soul of the deck. Otherwise, you're just making Fiendsmith. This does, I will say, if you're not playing into Impulse, it does have a great matchup into Malice. Mitsu not so much. You kind of need bodies on board. Detonator ruins that. You can, mess around with your deck list a little bit. I've got a pretty good deck list, if I do say so myself, going. You can check that out on my channel. I think I'll be posting one soon, an updated one. But yeah, I think that's going to be sticking here. It might push its level up to here, depending on performances, but it's been doing pretty well for me. Blue Eyes, I'm going to put Blue Eyes, I don't know, I'm going to put Blue Eyes here, like somewhere in this range, right? Just because, sure, you can compete, but it's going to be, I think, pretty difficult. You got to be a very good Blue Eyes player to give these top decks a run for their money. Lunalite could be up there. I'm not going to lie, Lunalite could be up there. Lunalite is kind of scary, guys. I'm not lying to you here. They spit out a ginormous body that is unaffected by card effects. All card effects, right? So you can utilize SP to banish, and it affects monsters, not the player, the SP, right? It says monsters you control cannot attack, right? But it's unaffected by other cards' effects, so you can still attack with your Lunalite. Kind of crazy. So Lunalite could be something to watch out for, especially at Nats. Vanquishal, I would say here. Even with the new support coming up in Duelist Advance, I think. No. Is it Duelist Advance? I think it's Duelist Advance. Good. But I don't know. It might be like bottom end. It's going to be okay, but definitely not good enough to compete with any of these decks right now, in my opinion. Gem Knight, I think, I don't know. Gem Knight's sneaky good, right? But we're in a Droll format, and I think Droll kind of really hurts Gem Knight, at least the engine itself. So I'm going to say Gem Knight's there, just because I feel like these decks generally can play under Droll relatively well. I don't know much about Orcus, to be honest, so I guess all the variants, I'm just going to leave the variants in here, right? I don't know. That's just my take, right? Leave the variants there. Here's something I'm actually very excited about. I'm going to put this here for now, but Punk Fiendsmith has my heart. Punk Fiendsmith has got me pretty excited. The main reason being is because Punk, inherently with its engine, has lots of removal. The big synchro has up to like a triple bounce. It can search Ogre, which is insanely good. You get like 2 to 3 draws per turn based off of that. The new XZ is a negate, right? So you slap that on board and you're free to continue comboing off. Like, I just feel like the potential here is pretty solid, especially with the new support. So it's definitely worth exploring. I think Punk hops into a meta-relevant category here with all these kind of lower rogue decks. Krystrom, very solid deck. Very affordable. I think Krystron's going to be up here somewhere. Here, let me reorganize this. I'm gonna put Fiendsmith Cash Gun down here, but I feel like Christian definitely is in the memento range where good pilot, it can definitely go the distance. I've seen some crazy combos. If you don't hit the was it the E-Telly from deck? I forget the name of the Tyus or something. You don't hit that, you're screwed because they're getting 2 bodies and then just keep popping and then just they pop off, right? Yeah, super hard to stop. Can play under a lot of hand traps. So my reason, Fire King, I'm here. You know, with what's his face can compete, obviously. And then I'm just gonna put these guys up there, not pure, but like together, right? These two. White Forest. I don't know. This is tricky for me because I've seen some good tops, some really good players, White Forest players. But on the other hand, I've seen some bad White Forest players because we're in a droll format again, right? We're in a droll format, and this sucks in a droll. So for now, I think White Forest belongs in this range. I'm not putting it at the bottom, right? Like just somewhere in this range. Just because getting hit with Droll Aprilia sucks, and we are all main decking those right now. I think Live Twin is here. I wouldn't bring that to main event. It's fine, but I wouldn't rely on it. Like a bigger event, I mean. Again, keep in mind, I'm talking about a bigger event, like regionals and above, which is like tier 2, I think. Voiceless, I would leave out. Unchained is okay, but compared to them, again, kind of just unrated. Dinos, I'm gonna leave it to like here just because the new support is something potential worth. So, Tenpai, unfortunately, I have to put it here because it did get to the final recently with like I think it was Tenpai Dragon Lure. Unfortunately, Tenpai is still alive, guys. I do not advertise Tenpai, and please do not play it. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about Tenpai. Sorry, I got triggered. I played Tenpai, but I got triggered, man. I played Tenpai at last year's Nats, and it got me to a certain length, but losing to mirror matches in the same way I was beating people just felt so bad. Monarchs, for now, I'm gonna put it side deck event, but like question mark, right? I mean, I don't know. The Monarchs is like bad right now, right? But support incoming. Let's go over a new support here. So like just real quick, this is the tier list for June. I'll move that up real quick for you guys. Hang on. There. So that's what I think. Kind of where we're headed right now. Special. You can only use the first, second, and third once per turn. It's okay. There's normal special. It's level 6. You can add a Monarch spell trap or a monster with 2000. Okay, so you search Monarch or Monarch. Interesting. So get another searcher. But you need a tribute. How do you special that? Oh, well, it's in. Wait, that's actually crazy. 2400 or more attack / 1000. So specifically 1000 defense and 2400 or more attack. And here, one attribute. One face on the field becomes that attribute. Wait, don't tell me they have fiends. If they have fiends, it's over. We're talking about Fiendsmith stuff here. You attribute a something 100 or more. Yep. So you add it to your hand or special it, and then on special you search. So I could see this being as like a foolish burial target or something, right? Interesting. Good flexibility. Tessera the Prime Squire. One Monarch spell trap in your hand. Special summon this card from your hand. Okay, not bad. During your main phase, you can immediately activate resolve, tribute summon a monster. Nice. This card is sent to the graveyard. You can special summon one monster with from your deck. Also, you can special summon the next deck the rest of the turn. Huh. So you can. This is probably a 3 of, I feel like. Because you just spam bodies. It's a hard ones, but like you just spam 2 monarchs kind of with him. Seems good. Send one monarch spell trap from your deck to the grave, except Scheme of the Monarchs. Okay. If this card becomes banished, you can target one affected monster your opponent controls. Add one monster from the same attribute. Okay, so you attribute search, then immediately resolves. You can do normal summon one Zaborg, the Thunder, Mobius the Frost, this is the Firestorm, Grandmorg the Rock, Ryza. Okay, so any of the attributes. So on banish, you get that's a really fast effect actually. On banish, you get a search and then tribute summon. That's kind of wild. Almost incentivizes you to play all five monarchs in there. Or wait, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Normal spell. Discard one card. You can also reveal 3 monsters, 800 or 2500 or more attack and 1000 defense from your deck. Opponent chooses one for you to add to your hand. Also send the rest to grave. Okay, so a free searcher if you play 3 of something. So that's kind of nice. Rebellion of the Monarchs, Scheme of the Monarchs. That's kind of nice. So you can like play 3, reveal this, and you're essentially playing 6 copies of that. That's kind of neat. Okay. If special summons a monster and you control attribute summon monster, you can banish 1 Monarch spell trap from your grave. And you control attribute summon monster. Spell trap. It's effectively easy. Destroy 1 monster in the field. Activate each effect of this card's name. Oh. Wait. That's kind of crazy. That's actually freaking ridiculous. So you get 1 pop. Destroy monster in the field. Destroy up to 2 spell traps in the field. Discard 1 comfort. That's freaking crazy. What? Destroy 1 set card. Place 1 card on the field on top of that. That's ridiculous. What? This trap is insane, guys. If you if you manage to get like 4 spells or traps in a monarch combo in the grave somehow, I mean that's 4. This is like 4 removals in 1 card. This card's kind of crazy. Is this a 3 of? I could see you playing a 3 of. Yeah. What does he say? The level 1 monster. Is this level 1? Yeah. This one's custom. This one's really good. This thing's crazy though. I have one of these effects. We're going to use each effect of this card's name once per turn. Wait, does it have a second part? No. I'm reading it correctly, aren't I? Banish 1 monster and activate one of these effects. Yeah. Yeah, that card's crazy. Monarchs, low key. Could be good. This is this guy, and this is probably like maybe a 1 of. Maybe you don't even play that. But this guy and this guy, for sure, 3 ofs. Right, and the second effect. First and second, yeah. You managed to get something else at 800 from your hand, yeah. So this is just literally synergizing so well with Squire. That's wild. Okay. Well, guys, that's going to be it for the meta review. Let me know what you guys thought of our tier list. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll probably be posting the Odeon deck profile soon. So stay tuned, guys. Edgy out.